Good morning. Back to the Insta360 Ace Pro and a cup of coffee, obviously. Stumptown Holler Mountain, a great blend. Today I have something a little more organized to talk about rather than just a stream of consciousness. It may be a little bit of that mixed in, but let's talk about how to choose the right camera for you. Photographers all the time are asked, what camera should I get? What lenses should I get? And there is a huge array of answers to that question. Now, for me, it's three things. One, how much money you want to spend. Two, what is it that you hope to make images of? And three, what feels good and right in your hands? So first, let's talk about budget. There is a broad array of costs for different camera systems out there, and you have to figure out what that amount is and then try to stay within that amount. It is really easy to get out of control when you're purchasing new camera equipment. I mean, I have my first real camera that I used for working to do portraits. I sold landscapes, everything with an X-T1 when it first came out. I had worked with a Nikon D70, D7000, D7200. Those I also made some money with. Those are crop sensors, and then graduated to the Fuji system and then stuck with Fuji. And the cost was really reasonable. It was much lower than a lot of the other systems out there. The lenses were lower cost, and I was able to make that happen because it worked for me within my budget, and I was able to trade in some gear in order to make that happen as well. But you don't want to overextend yourself. You don't want to go into debt just to get a camera system. That would be the worst possible thing to do, because then you're all stressed out and you're making images, and if you're trying to make money from it, you're just working twice as hard in order to pay off that camera rather than using that money for other things or even trying to make a living with it. So you have to be really careful the money, the dollar amount that you spend on camera gear. So really think about that long and hard before you buy a camera. Second is going to be, what are you going to photograph? What are you making images of? Are you doing portraits? Are you doing landscapes? Are you street photographer? Any genre, you are going to have a choice of different types of cameras. What I recommend is going onto a site like 500px or other sites that list the cameras that people are using for different types of photography, and you'll get an idea of what the trends are, and you can see what cameras are working for different people. And there are a lot of brands out there, whether it be Sony, Canon, Nikon, Leica, Minolta, all kinds of different possibilities out there for your cameras to be able to use them. Film cameras, digital cameras. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish? What is your end goal with your photography? And it can determine the camera that you choose. For me, it was all about landscapes and portraits. I was making money off of portraits and event photography, so I needed a range of lenses and I needed a camera that was versatile, that was going to work for me. So I used the Nikon system because I was familiar with Nikon and I had worked with Nikon, so it worked really well for me. And then decided that I wanted to switch to something a little more ergonomic. And that moves on to our next topic, which is, how does it feel in your hand? Now for me, the Fuji system, I don't know if you can see this, but on the top of the camera, you've got all these dials. And then if you look at film cameras, I can bring over my Leica. It's not the perfect example because my Nikon was, that kind of camera as well, my FE2. And it looks just like my FE2, and I had shot with my Nikon FE2 for years and has all the knobs and the dials in the same spot. And ergonomically, that Fuji was perfect for me because it was intuitive to use. It felt good in my hand. It was small. I didn't want a really heavy system because I had long hours of photo shoots that I was doing. So I really wanted to think twice about how it felt in my hands. Pick up a camera, play with it, work with it, use it. Don't just buy something because you think somebody else used it and you love the images that they made with it and then you'll just figure it out. Pick it up. Make sure it's ergonomically going to work for you, that the dials, the buttons are all in the places that are going to work for the way that your hands work, the way that your eyes work. Everybody's unique and different, and there are so many different possibilities within different camera systems to do that. So take your time, go to a camera shop, play with the different cameras, the different lenses. You get to pick and choose. When photographers ask, what camera should I get? I always say it depends. And it depends so much on what you want to do with it and how you feel when you're using it and all those things in your budget. So all three of those things are incredibly important to figure out before you dive into a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 investment. It is a big decision, and then there's always that possibility of regret, and then you're either having to return it or trade it in, and that's a hassle. So you want to make sure that you're buying the right thing for you. If you're into film cameras, go into a camera shop that has a ton of film cameras. They do exist. Here in Sonoma, actually it's Marin County, Seawood Photo has a ton of film cameras, different lenses. You can look and feel and try, and it's a great opportunity to see which system is going to resonate with you. So that's my episode for today. I'm curious if you found this helpful at all. I am having so much fun with these, and I appreciate the comments, the interest. Once again, drop comments below. I would love to know what your thoughts and questions are. I've had some really great interactions with different people through these videos, and I want to thank you so much for watching. My name is John Weinberg. Till next time, take care.